Hello, landmines and jellyfish. Welcome back to Knives, I guess. And your wizard has left TGI Fridays with Tammy. In the interest of protecting your arcane scrolls and your ancient spell books and tomes, you decide to go back to her place. You arrive at her place. It smells of cigarettes and stale beer. You no longer want to be there. What does your wizard do? I cast Fireball. You rolled a 1. Tammy kisses you and slips you the tongue. You look and see the ashtray in the corner and a coffee maker in the center of the living room that has no business being there. You're still trying to escape. What do? I cast Fireball. You rolled a 20. Okay, so you escape safely. However, your fireball has left Tammy's trailer in a pile of ash and ruins, and she barely made it out alive too. But the important thing is you escaped so that we can take a look at the Divo X Stassa23 Fireball. So, for those of you that haven't seen this before or are just now getting here, this is a prototype of the Fireball that I bought at Blade Show in June. Now this one is in D2 and it's missing some features that this one has. So let's compare the two real fast. And well, let's take a look at what we're holding real fast. And first things first, and most importantly, both of the pocket clips are tip up, which is the Lord's carry. You have got this camo carbon, this one in red and black, this one in 80s camo carbon. We got thumb holes. Let's flick the holes. And we have got D2 on this one and S90V on this one. And of course, we have got some very cool pivot collars. Now, the pivot collars are slightly different. This one is raised, has a bit more of a chamfer right here than this one does. And of course, we don't have the texturing on the back strap right here, nor do we have speed holes on the prototype. Now, those are the only major differences outside of the blade steel, but you know, I carried this one for a week. It did really, really good. Absolutely fell in love with it like the other Divos that I have. And so I've been waiting since June to be able to order this, and this is something that you guys made possible. You guys on the live streams donated enough super chats, and between that and my ad revenue, I was able to pick this thing up. Thank you for that. Thank you so much. So this one did exactly what this one did. Now, this got carried in the waistband. It did not go in my pocket because for some reason my keys leave just brass and gunk deposited on a knife, and I did not want to do that to my 80s camo carbon, so I did not. And it was an inoffensive carry. It did exactly the same as this one did for obvious reasons, and I thoroughly enjoyed having it on me and showing it off to the couple of people that kind of cared. You know, it's hard to like get really into this at work just because nobody else there cares. It's amazing how hard it is to find another hardcore knife guy out in the wild, in public, when you're just doing your thing. So, you know, this thing is fairly lightweight. Like, I think they're about 150 some odd grams, somewhere around there, which is not too terrible for something that's this size with, you know, this kind of girth. Not shabby at all. You've got some nice rounded chamfered edges. You've got a lot of good going on here. No rubbing, no digging. The only issues I had is when it slid too far back and got towards the hip bone. I can feel that going down my leg because anything there is going to be uncomfortable. You know, the action on this is really, really nice. When I got the prototype at Blade Show, you know, I walked around for about 10 minutes just flicking it open and closed and really enjoying it, and then I realized I might drop it and lose it, so I panicked and stuffed it in the safest part of my bag, and it did not move from there, which thank God I did that because I lost my Kaiser Mini Roach somewhere, probably on the floor at the Vosteed booth when I was waiting for my Vosteed Raccoon prototype. But, you know, this thing is a very well done knife. It is a shame there was only a run of 300. However, I fully expect there to be a second run of these things, so if you didn't get one on the first try, there should be another run where you might be able to get in and get one on the second run. And, you know, this 80s camo carbon, I don't know if I still have it over here, but the stuff is blacklight reactive. There we are. There's my blacklight flashlight. Now, let's see how much of this we can catch on the camera because the cameras have UV filters and they make it really hard to see anything blacklight react. But let's turn the light off here. And let's give this what for. But you might be able to see like right in there. Blacklight reactive. Of course, it's not showing all the color. Like even the blue is a strong blacklight reaction, which if you don't know, it's hard to get a strong blacklight reaction out of blue. Blue is just not super fluorescent unless you really go ham on it. And I know at one point they'd done their prototypes, and you can kind of see here. There's not that much red in here, but there is red. So they asked for more colors, stronger colors, what have you, and this was the end result on the 80s camo carbon. And of course, this red and black, nobody else has this colorway because this is a prototype that never made it into production with those colors. So I'm real happy to have both of them. And like the only major difference I felt was I fed this a couple of pieces of cardboard, and the hollow grind doesn't really feel that much different from this one, but if I remember right, this went through a little bit easier than this one did, which bodes well. This does have a cardboard slayer session coming up. I just got to decide how I want to go about sharpening this, whether I use the Precision Adjust Elite or I wait till the end of the month when we can get our Precision Adjust Professional, which again comes from you guys, so I can't wait to get that in my hands, and have a larger stone and a bit easier time getting material hogged off so we can put the edge back on here. I'm not sure what I want to do yet. However, when I do figure it out, I'll let y'all know because I do owe you the S90V live stream. So, nothing unexpected from carrying this thing. It did exactly as well as this did. The only thing that I had was the better, I can't even say it was a better feeling. It felt great to have another prototype on me. Prototypes are my jam. Kevin, if you see this, I'm looking forward to getting my prototype at next year, or Blade Show next year. Looking forward to seeing what you got for me. But this felt really good because, of course, it's a run of 300. You guys got this for me as a gift. And, it's my first piece of 80s camo carbon. It's not a new thing, but it's new to me. So, I'm not sure what else I can say about this thing. Like, you guys have probably seen about 1 million reviews on it. It did fantastic. It's a great knife. It's designed really well. They did a really good job on it. So, yeah, I love this thing. I love this, and I knew I was going to love this, and I do. So, all that being said, thanks for looking at my crap. Subscribers, you guys are awesome. You'll keep coming in. I appreciate you so, so much. If you haven't subscribed, please do. We've got our live streams. We got some giveaways coming up. There's plenty of activities. Comments, I love some feedback. Let me know what you think about these guys. And all that being said, y'all have a nice day.